So what is a Magi Astrologer? I've never heard of one before. What's the biggest difference?
The biggest difference between Magi astrology and any other type of astrology is that we are strictly science-based astrology, meaning we're not believing in something just because that's what's traditional. We have spent 30 years doing statistical research to prove what actually works in astrology, and along the way we've disproven some things that people enjoy about astrology, which makes some people very sad, but we've also learned what really works, i.e. what can make truly accurate predictions. We start out like any scientific process with a hypothesis. If our statistical research proves it's correct, great. But often we find that our hypotheses are wrong. And so we don't call it an established principle until we can take a giant database and have consistently accurate results.
Well, what do you mean by hypotheses? Based on what if it's not based on previous knowledge?
Well, in other words, like one thing would be, okay, let's discover what creates a successful corporation. What common denominators are found in the birth charts, which would be the incorporation dates of a successful corporation? You look at 1,000 and you start to see some similarities. And then you look at 1,000 dramatic failures, and you start to see some similarities among those charts. Hypothesis comes when you say, gee, I wonder if Pluto has anything to do with this. So then you start digging around and looking at Pluto and looking at each of these charts, and you say, oh, Pluto has a lot to do with successful corporations. So that would be like an astrological hypothesis that we would seek to either prove or disprove.